Third week of June last year, we were talking about how the harvest was done and pretty well in the bins, but Kim, that's not the case this year.
That's correct. Wheat still in the field, running 2 to 3 weeks behind average, and 4 or 5 weeks behind last year. But it's just like prices last year were $6.60, and this year they're $7 and almost 40 cents.
So what's happening with the markets this year versus last year?
Well, we got higher prices if you compare them to last year, with almost the same supply and demand situations. Projected ending stocks just slightly below average for both the U.S. and the world. We've got prices 80 cents higher than they were last year. Also, one of the surprises is that the basis were last year it was minus 30 and minus 40 cents under the July-September contracts. This year, in parts of the state, it's even or 7 cents less. In other words, the basis is 20 to 25 cents, maybe even 30 cents in some places higher than last year.
Okay, I'm going to ask you that question that you make all your money for. Why?
That's a $64,000 question. I think the prices are higher because our corn stocks are so tight, and we got to keep the wheat out of the feed market. The basis, it could be higher because of one, to raise that cash price to keep the wheat out of the feed market in this part of the world, but also there's some new players in the market in the Oklahoma, Texas area, and there may be some increased competition. Elevators in this part of the world have one shot at getting the grain in their bin. It's at harvest, and they got to be competitive.
Okay, so does the Oklahoma farmer, do they sell or do they store?
I think the answer is yes. If you look at the difference between the September and the December contract, they're offering 15 cents to store wheat for 5 months. The cost to store wheat, about 24 cents for commercial storage, around another 6 cents or so for interest rates, so about 30 cents. They're offering half that. With the high basis, the normal basis is a minus 60 cents or 60 cents less than the current contract. It's even with it. The basis is telling, the market's begging you to sell wheat right now, but we don't know if it's going to go up $1.50 or go down $1.50. So I say sell half of it now and save the other half and store and see what happens.
That's a little different than your third, and a third.
That's a half, a fourth, and a fourth.
Kim Anderson, grain marketing specialist here at Oklahoma State University.